Today we're looking at the Rolex Daytona, 2 years on the wrist. What are my thoughts and do I like it? Let's get into it. So I've had this watch for 2 years and I've thoroughly enjoyed wearing it, but I want to sort of share with you my experiences with the watch, let you know what I like and don't like, and is it one that you should buy. Also, I'm going to, at the end, compare it to my GMT Master 2, the all gold one, and let you know which one I prefer. And I'll be curious which one you guys prefer. But let's first of all go into the details of this watch, because it is an absolutely stunning watch and it is now actually discontinued, but I really do love the fact that it's rose gold. It's the only rose gold watch that I have, or Rolex rose gold watch that I have, and it is absolutely amazing. Let me just take off. Today I was wearing the Kermit, or Starbucks rather. Let's put that to one side. If you enjoy this type of content, like, subscribe. We really appreciate your support to help us with the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, as I was saying, I absolutely do love this watch. The Daytona is such an amazing watch. The details, you know, when you look here, Rolex Oyster Perpetual Superlative Chronograph, officially certified Cosmograph. It's amazing they've managed to squeeze that all in on the dial. Yes, it is an amazing watch. It's interesting that the Daytona, they've, you know, they keep that sporty element by having the Daytona written in red, and that red with the sort of chocolate dial is quite nice. And as you can see, like, you got the rose gold hour, minute and second hands, sub-dials, all the hour markers, rose gold. It really is a beautiful watch. Also, the side profile of the watch, it's just not too thin, not too thick, and just sits really nicely with the beautiful Rolex crown and those 3 dots underneath it. It really is a stunning piece. Now, one thing, this is a Rolex Oyster Perpetual, hence what's written on the dial. And one thing that Rolex does with its Oyster range is it has the side of the watch is slightly curved, whereas with all the other sports models, Submariner, GMT, it's that flat edge along here. And I feel like the curve, it just helps make the watch a little bit more sort of dressy, more fancy, as opposed to the flat edge, which perhaps makes it a bit more of a gives it a little bit more of the tool vibe. Now, I've had the second hand going round this whole time, but in daily life I don't do that because it uses up the watch's power reserve more. So I'm going to stop that. There we go. Because the actual second hand is the bottom sub dial, and the main second hand is obviously for timing, as it's, you know, the Rolex Daytona, which is obviously for timing the cars going round a NASCAR track, hence why it has the tachymeter units inscribed on the bezel, and it's inscribed in such a beautiful way. It's so nice how they've got it all inscribed in rose gold as well. Yes, and interesting, on the back of the watch, the actual back bit is actually sort of brushed rose gold, whereas the other parts are all polished, shiny rose gold. Well, actually, I mean, tell a lie. You have here on the clasp, the middle bit is polished and the side bits are brushed. And it's like that on every Daytona, but it's just nice seeing that here. So yeah, absolutely stunning watch, and I've enjoyed wearing it. Now, the rose gold in the Rolex Daytona is made out of 18 karat gold with a mix of pure copper and platinum. And the reason why Rolex call it Ever Rose is because it never fades in colour. Traditionally, a lot of rose gold metals over time will lose their luster and colour and turn more into just a gold colour. But the way that Rolex blends its alloy using the platinum and the copper the way they do, they're able to create a rose gold that is ever rose and keeps its color forever. So it's pretty cool how Rolex have their own metal foundries and precious metal foundries. I don't think there's too many other watch companies out there that do that. This watch is absolutely stunning. One thing that I absolutely love is that the Oyster Flex bracelet, I find, helps me be able to wear the watch more often, because it just helps tone the watch down a little bit, helps make it a little bit more subtle and a little bit more casual. In my life, I find myself in more casual situations where, you know, the watch on a rubber strap is more appropriate than if it was the full metal bracelet. I also have quite a lot of like clothes which are dark black, a lot of jackets that are black, and it sort of slips under the cuff of the jackets really nicely. So yeah, the great thing about the Oyster Flex bracelet is it just helps make the watch slightly more contemporary, I feel, and also more low-key in a way that I'm comfortable wearing it that just a little bit more often. I could maybe sort of get away with wearing it in a pub, you know, at a friend's house, and it not be too out there. You know, it's not screaming full gold watch with the Oyster Flex bracelet, but it's still a stunning piece. And that's one thing I like about the Rolexes on the Oyster Flex is it's like, you know, it helps make the gold Daytona that bit more versatile, makes it a tiny bit more sporty. I really like that. You know, if you're thinking of getting a Daytona, you think, oh, should I get the stainless steel version? And then it's a big jump from the stainless steel version to then a full gold one, whereas this helps as like a little stepping stone in between. Like you sort of get that happy medium where it's you've got a gold Rolex Daytona, but the Oyster Flex bracelet just helps make it more wearable, just because it's... But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Maybe it's just me, but one thing I would say is, though, is with the Oyster Flex, maybe it's not as suit appropriate because it's that little bit extra, more casual. Let me know if you agree with that too. But one thing I'm not sure that I'm in love with is the Oyster Flex strap. I'm a little bit torn about the Oyster Flex strap. Now, the reason being is because, for me, it's a little bit uncomfortable at times. Might sound like a strange thing. And I watch other people's videos and they always talk about how the Oyster Flex, you know, people buy it for the comfort of it. But I feel like the rubber can kind of sort of feel like a little bit sticky sometimes. Also, I think one thing that I noticed is that it has these small sort of vents, and they're to sort of help it sort of your wrist breathe a little bit while you're wearing it. But I find that it's sort of just less, it's a bit of a pressure point on the wrist. When I've been wearing the watch for a while, it will look like it's dug into my wrist a little bit. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Those of you who have Oyster Flex watches, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I find like the normal Oyster bracelet or Jubilee bracelet are more comfortable, but maybe that's just me being a little bit picky and pedantic. Another interesting fact that I would say, guys, is I didn't actually realise this till more recently, but these straps, they come in different sizes, because I was used to the Patek Aquanaut where they sort of cut the strap down. But with the Rolex Oyster Flexes, when they give it to you, they have a load of different straps. You get the different sizing, so they make sure that the size that you get fits you. So yeah, no cutting the rubber here. It's interesting. So as you know, there's the new Rolexes have come out, and so there's some differences between those and this one. Just wanted to mention that. One thing I noticed is with the lume, these luminescent hour markers, they're actually noticeably bigger than the new model. The new model, the luminescent hour markers are skinnier. So I find that the bigger hour markers are better. And also with the new models, the sub-dials are sort of a bit skinnier as well. I find this one, it just works really well with the chocolate and the black, the rose gold etching around the sub-dial, that it just works really nice. Now this watch, I paid around about 26,000. I can't remember the exact number, but it was about 26,000. These went at the peak of the market. I think these went up to about 35,000. They're now the cheapest one I saw on Chrono 24 is like 29,950. So they're still holding their value pretty strong. And I think the main reason for that is perhaps because they've been discontinued. So Rolex don't currently make a Daytona on the Oyster Flex with a chocolate dial. It does make this one a little bit more special. Another thing I wanted to talk about, having had the watch just under 2 years now, I just wanted to mention that it still is, because you've got the ceramic bezel, that can't really scratch the ceramic bezel. It doesn't, it's pretty scratch proof. And then because you've got the Oyster Flex strap, that's pretty scratch resistant. So the only thing that really picks up the scratches is the clasp. And as you can see, that my clasp has picked up a few light scratches, but that's just part and parcel of when you wear a rose gold or a gold Rolex. It's a softer metal, it is gonna pick up the scratches a little bit more, but these scratches can be relatively easily taken out, and it's not something that should hold you back from wearing the watch. These watches are to be enjoyed. Although let's be careful with our watches and not damage them, it is good to enjoy them and just accept that they are going to pick up a few little scratches here and there. I do wish the watch, I'm a big fan of the Rolex Glide Lock because it just gives you that extra adjustability. This has the loose link, which is good, but it doesn't give you as much variation as the Glide Lock. Which watch do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. The Rolex Daytona, rose gold, Oyster Flex, or the GMT2 full gold. Let me know which watch you prefer. They both second-hand aren't a million miles away from each other. I think, depending where you look, I think maybe this one's just slightly more. Retail, this is more, but second-hand on the grey market, they're quite similar in price. Which one would you prefer? Now, I'm going to just verbalise my thoughts. This one, I feel, in general, I feel like the Daytona model trumps the GMT. However, this GMT having the full gold Jubilee bracelet is special because, Rolex haven't done a full gold Jubilee bracelet for such a long time, and it's just stunning and I love it. However, the negative of this one for me is that because it's full gold, full Jubilee bracelet, like I mentioned, it just means that you can't wear it as much just because it's a little bit too much out there. Or maybe, you're different to me and you don't care and you can wear it wherever you want. And you can wear it wherever you want. But I just feel that for me, it's a little bit too out there. So I only wear it in certain occasions and certain settings. Whereas with this one, I feel like I can wear it more often. So if you had to pick one, which one would you choose? Personally, I have 2 other Daytonas, so I would choose this one. But if I didn't have those 2 other Daytonas, I would be a lot more tempted to choose this one, but maybe this one still just about edges it for me. Let me know what you guys think. It's a tricky one. Also, it's your personal preference. Do you like rose? Do you like gold? Do you like the Oyster Flex? Do you like the Jubilee bracelet? It really is just personal taste. But I think for me, also, this watch I've not had this watch as long. I've only had this watch just a year now. So it's still, I don't know, it still perhaps edges it just for me. Let me know what you think. So the giveaway is still running. So if you'd like to win one of these watches, all you have to do is follow the channel, like the video, leave a comment, and follow me on my Instagram. Just those things. You don't have to tag anyone, none of that. Just follow, leave a comment, hit the like button, and follow me on my Instagram. And we're in October now, and I will be announcing a winner in this month. And then November, I'll announce another one, and so on until we give them all away. So we've got the Snoopy here. We've got the Mission to Earth, Mission to Saturn, Mission to Pluto. Just a bit of fun. Show my appreciation for you guys. If you are interested, I am selling this Rolex Oyster Perpetual silver dial. I'm selling it cheaper than I can see anyone else in the world. So feel free to shoot me a message on Instagram. Find my details in the description below. Also, if you are selling a watch, feel free to shoot me a DM. I'd love to give you an offer, and hopefully my offer can be the best offer. I am based in Dubai, but I will be going back to London in a week or two's time. Between these two countries, I should be able to make something happen. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment, give yourself a chance to win the Omega swatches. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.